What's going on, guys? We are back once again, and we are going to be doing another Dragon Ball Daima episode review. So we're going to be talking about episode 4, and I'm just going to say this: almost at the end of every episode, I don't want it to end, and it's because I'm just enjoying the series that much. Now, once again, I'm going to say this: if you guys are enjoying it, great, enjoy it. If you guys have yet to watch it and you haven't even given it a chance, please give it a chance. I'm going to say this now: please give it a chance. Um, it may have some flaws. I don't really have a lot of flaws with it, but other than that, it's a great show. But overall, episode 4 takes off right where episode 3 did. So the plane is gone. Glorio's trying to figure out, hey, what should we do? And they have no choice but to start walking. And Goku comes with the idea of, okay, hey, why don't we just fly? And he says no. Glorio does, due to the air being so thick, it's gonna waste our stamina and you're gonna be tired. And so Goku tries. He's like, oh yeah, you're right, it is very thick. And then Supreme Kai comes up with the idea of, if you do that, then what if we come across different ones on the road? And that actually does work because they do have some issues on the road. So when they start walking, they come across another big crack in the area, and he says, "Okay, let's fly over this." He says, "But don't fall." And he says this again like two, three times, which is okay. We get the picture. That was really the only thing that I was like, "Okay, come on, we figured this out already." Um, where he says, "Don't fall in here because then you're going to get lost." And this unknown dragon-like demon creature attacks Goku, and Goku tries to move, and he can't because again he's still trying to get used to the air. And Glorio takes it upon himself to start fighting this creature, and he actually does it very much ease, not using his weapon, takes it out. And he even looks at him. He says, "Ah, you're pretty good." He says, "I think you're maybe stronger than Supreme Kai." Of course, Supreme Kai goes, "Well, I'm a pretty strong fighter too." And they start walking again, and without even missing a beat, Goku senses another attacker of like a demon giant, takes him out, and Glorio's impressed. He's like, "How'd you do that?" And he says, "I sense this key." And we find out Glorio does not know what key is. And Supreme Kai informs him that it's an invisible energy that he can sense. And he says, "Oh, okay." So they start walking, and of course Goku's getting hungry, and they find this I would say kind of shop, and they eat. They of course get some type of food, and it's like a fried lizard. Goku eats it. Then they get some type of bitter drink, and Goku can't stand it. And Gloria starts talking to the owners to try to see if we can get a plane, and she gets her husband, which is surprisingly the guy that we see in the trailer, who people thought was another Demon King when he's not. He just does this whole skit of trying to get this thing that they're going to be using, which I'm going to talk about here in a second, to gain money and gain customers. And while he seems like, again, he's asking for a high price for something that they're going to be using, Glory is able to knock him down however much money, from 8,000 to 5,000. Then Goku's looking at these unknown bugs that the the female owner is saying that they're used for different things. Like one's used to recover your stamina, another one's for multiple things, and one was possibly, I think, for fusion, which I believe, if I saw that correctly. So Goku asks Glorio, "Hey, can you buy some?" Which he does, and they go to where the husband is, and he puts him on this rocket slash flower stem, and he tells them to hold on tight. And when they do, he unleashes them on a catapult pretty much, and just has them fly like crazy. And Goku's loving it. Supreme Kai is freaking out, and Gloria says that, "Hold on." And Supreme Kai's like, "How you driving this thing?" He says, "I'm not." And he's like, "Okay, so that means we're gonna fall." He says, "Yes." So right when you know it's about ready to descend, we need to get off this thing and be careful again, once again, with the black hole space. And they're able to divert. They're able to go. And Goku yet talking once again, talking about being tired, hungry, and thirsty. And then Glorio reveals about the Dragon Balls in their world of where they're at, that they're in a precise location. Everyone knows about them, but due to these Guardians, they're not able to get them because they're not going to be able to win. And Goku, of course, being Goku, once it's like, "Oh, I can't wait to, I want to fight them. I want to do this." And of course, he's like, "What about Dende?" Supreme Kai asks him that. He's, "Well, what if we fight them, get the Super Dragon Balls, make the Wish become adults again, and then we go after Dende?" And Glorio agrees with him. He's like, "That's actually not a bad idea." So now the goal is to go after the Dragon Balls in the Demon Realm. There's only three, and Goku finds out, and the Guardians beat them, make the Wish, become an adult again, then go after Dende. So that is the apparent mission right now. They come across another town. Goku gets something to drink, and we see the Kingdom militia extorting money out of its residents. And what we see is they're already putting statues up of Goma, and he's wanting to extort money from his, his townfolk, to where he's asking for, instead of, I guess, however many pieces, he's wanting 3 pieces. And also, of course, if you can't pay it, then they're going to take off however many amount of years off your life. That was crazy. And so they start taking it from certain civilians, and Glorio takes Supreme Kai and Goku and hides them because he's not able to do anything, because he says if they do, they see us, we're going to become fugitives. And Goku, not being able to hold his anger in because of what they're doing to these people, he wants to attack them. But before that happens, we see the unknown character, Pansy, who shows up, and it really reminded me of Star Wars Return of the Jedi, because she did like a fake bomb, or apparently was supposed to be a real bomb, and she throws it at him and it doesn't work. And it reminded me of that scene in Jabba's palace with Leia when she was dressed up as a bounty hunter, and she had a RT grenade with her. So that was very reminiscent of Star Wars. A lot of this is very big reminiscence to Star Wars. And she starts running away. She gets attacked, and Goku comes to her defense, tells her to leave. He takes on about 20 plus guards, knocks them out, takes them down. The cinematography, the animation was amazing. And he's kind of like, I guess I overdid it. And there, of course, more show up, and they have to run. And then Gloria's like, "Great job. So now we're fugitives, or you're a fugitive." And he says, "Well, I couldn't stand by and let them do nothing." And then they hear the words, "Who are you?" And it's Pansy, and she reveals, of course, her true face, that she was wearing a mask and a cape all along. And that's how the episode ends. It was a very interesting episode. It's still going, more and more and more, and we're seeing Goku now use more of um, his spear, which I'm very much enjoying for his long stick. I love that. I liked how he was able to dodge all the attacks and kind of use spinning to be able, for his pole, to be able to deflect all their blasts and everything. And the whole thing with Goku being hungry all the time, that's normal, especially when he was a kid. So I was very, reminiscent to Dragon Ball. But overall, very interesting episode, very funny episode, very action-packed episode. And we got to learn a few more things. And we got to learn about other things that are possible in the Demon Realm. But overall, I enjoyed the episode. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comments. If you hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And as always, I'll be seeing you on the very next one.